Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and the honorable speakers. Thank you for being here today. My name is Bonatua Selai, and I'm pleased to have the opportunity to speak with you about government procurement public policy on disaster management. This research done by me, myself, Bonatua Selai, and Mr. Muhammad Jilal Hamzah and Mrs. Kunawangsi, and the last is Mrs. Dini Haryanti. As a study background, as example, is Indonesian geographically the territory of the Republic of Indonesia is an area that often experiences earthquake and volcanic eruption. In the case of the 2020 natural disaster, Indonesia experienced about 1,658 injured victims and the highest after Turkey natural disaster. And the theoretical background as a sample, public procurement theory, BOPIS, argue that public procurement can be defined as a supply chain system in process of acquiring all the needs, goods, service, and work by the government and invest in achieving public interest. TREPTI provide a conceptual framework to examine the basic objective of a procurement policy consisting of three categories, namely economic, political, and international. About this research method, the study used a qualitative approach with the data collection technique through the focus group discussion (FGD), and the quality approach combined to coding analysis technique and systematic literature review (SLR). And we involved 7 people as an informant, and we become 3 categories, which one is a regulator, operator, and provider and observer. My second informant is Dr. Robin Rico, Mr. Robin Rico, as a General Secretary in Ministry of Social Affairs, and Mr. Faisal as a Director of Social Security at Ministry of Social Affairs, and Mr. Jayanto as a Budgeting Director from Ministry of Finance, and Daniel as a member of UKPBG at Ministry of Social Affairs, and Dr. Rustian as a President Secretary of BNPB, and Sutrisno as a President Director of Juda Citraguna Corporation, and the last is Mr. Ika as an expert from LKPP. The last is categorized as only observer. The result analysis and discussion from Mr. Robin generally refers to handling the distribution, consist, and stock availability of goods through the provision of lumbung sosial or social banks. And from the Mr. Faisal generally touch of the legal basis of and regulation that government procurement activities and the method used is in the procurement of goods and service in a disaster situation. And from information 3, Mr. Cahyanto generally refers more to the process of submitting and planning budgets, especially in disaster management. And from the Mr. Daniel, as informant number 4, refers to the implementation of procurement, but specifically to the obstacles found in the field. And the informant number 7 is Mr. Ika, also refers to the implementation of procurement of goods in emergency. Result analysis and discussion. From the table below, this shows that overall 5 categories of informant, both implicitly and explicitly They allude to the importance of flexibility in the procurement of goods and services in the context of disaster management during emergency response. Aspect of coordination or synergy between stakeholder and between agency in procurement in disaster management. This indicates that 86% of the informants involved allude to the two things in question. This indicates that 86% of the informant involved allude to the things question. Furthermore, the five categories of informant also predominantly allude to the legal basis, regulation law, and the importance of governance in procurement disaster management, especially in emergency response to situation good governance. And as a concept mapping, several obstacles are mapped in the procurement process and the field. Availability of goods, regulatory flexibility, price fairness, accessibility, and distribution to conflict of interest in the procurement process. The obstacles in question are also part of the procurement planning process. For example, those related to budgeting. The budgeting process gives a right synergy nodes, which mean that there is coordination carried out in the budgeting process to coordination in the field. The existing implementation process also includes governance and legal basis for procurement. In addition, the provider category looks separate from the other four, meaning that the provider only mentioned the role of the quality control. As a conclusion, first, there are several obstacles mapped in the procurement process in disaster management, namely flexibility, storage, stock availability, and so on. This note refers to the need for flexibility of the rules needed in emergency so that the procurement implementation process can be modified during disaster management until the selection of service providers. Meanwhile, several main characteristics of procurement in disaster management can be seen, namely, one, there is freedom to modify the rules, and two, there is a waiting period for determining emergency status, and three, the goods needed are often not available at the disaster location, and access to the disaster location is cut off, high cost for logistic transport service providers, and the last is there is a reasonably high price of goods. And the conclusion number two, the quality control aspect plays an important role in the disaster management procurement process, which is achieved through the fulfillment of the quality standard of goods service. The capability of the provider as a key factor in creating the fulfillment of the quality standard of the good provided. Furthermore, several steps in quality control were mapped, such as the performance test, certification, risk management, labeling, and transparency and accountability. The last conclusion is number three. Coordination between parties has occurred both in the budgeting process, procurement, and the distribution of aid in the field. Coordination in the budgeting process involves several ministries or institutions such as BNPB, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Social Affairs, and so on, which have the duty and function related to disaster management. At the procurement and distribution stage, coordination occurs between the LKPP and service providers through a series in a purchasing process. In addition, in the distribution process, there are also other parties, forwarders involved. In terms of providing types of goods during emergency response to the disaster, BNPB becomes coordinator who divided the task of its KLPD involved in handling the disaster. As a policy recommendation, Procurement in disaster management be categorized as a procurement that is exempted from the Presidential Decree 16/200 to 2018. Its ministry or institution can be make its own regulation or according to the portion of its duty and function is in disaster management. And regarding to stock availability, it is expected that the norms and implementation guidelines that will be made will primarily related to the determination of the type of certain condition needed of goods (BKKT) in disaster affected areas and provide an assignment to Post Corporation as a state-owned enterprise engage in the national network delivery service sector to distribute BKKT from the supply chain. Example, traditional market, shop, warehouse, closest to the location of refugees. With this policy, there will be no shortage of goods, so the price is irregularities can be avoided both on the procurement side of goods and delivery service. And others recommendation, regional government can also make their own regulation that follow the characterization of infrastructure condition, regional demography, and types of disaster in their areas. About regarding procurement exception in disaster management, the principle of fast and precise disaster management and priority is regulated by the PPU at the law level. So its hierarchy is much higher than the PPU at the president regulation level, which regulated the procurement principle, which must be efficient and accountable. In conclusion, I'd like to thank you all for your time and attention today. I hope the insights have provided a clearer understanding of government procurement public policy on disaster management. As we move forward, I encourage you to consider how these ideas can be applied within your own work and areas of expertise. I'm happy to answer any question you may have, and I look forward to continuing the discussion. Thank you.